You forget about God. I mean, he's taken out of the equation. People are just losing total control. They're running around here doing the things that they want to do. They're totally forgetting about God and his laws and his rules and his regulations for us down here on earth. When he created us, it's bylaws and laws that came with us. They're called the 10 Commandments. And then there's other ways that he has opened doors for us to even get around that. And it's called grace, because he knew that we wasn't going to be able to abide by the 10 Commandments. But we must understand that he's looking at everything that we do. He knows everything that we do. We can't hide. You can't hide and think that he doesn't see these things. When you leave here, your life begins. How you live here on earth is how you're going to leave here. And the things that you do to people, you're going to be held accountable for that stuff when you stand before him on Judgment Day. I'm not being judgmental. Who am I? I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just sitting here every day looking at the crazy things that people do. How do you get out of your car and go down the middle of the street stabbing people because their skin color is different than yours? I don't quite understand that. When God created each and every one of us, and we're all beautiful in our own race, I don't understand that. Who is you to say that I don't belong here because my skin color is different than yours? I mean, don't you think that when you leave here, you're going to have to stand before him and answer to that? Don't think for 1 second that you're going to go into heaven after you done stabbed and killed these people because of the color of their skin. I mean, I really just don't understand what you people are thinking. It's just crazy. The world is just losing it. We're just running over people. We're stabbing people. We're shooting people. It's a daily thing over and over and over again. Don't you think that when you close your eyes, when you open them, you're going to be in hell. You're going to be burning for an eternity. There's no water, there's no juice, there's no coffee, there's no tea. It's not your favorite drink at McDonald's for $1. None of that stuff exists in hell. You're just going to be burning for an eternity. I just don't quite understand what is going on with the world. What's going on with the people? People are losing it. You know what it is. God is taking out the equation. People are going crazy. They're doing what they want to do. They're forgetting about the 10 Commandments. They're forgetting about grace and mercy. They're forgetting about God. But all in all, we got 1 million churches all over the whole United States of America, and people is losing it. What's going on? Well, some of the reason is some of these pastors and ministers and apostles and bishops is taking God out of the equation as well. It's all about the money. It's all about who lives in the biggest house, who's driving the fanciest car. That's what it's all about. How many girlfriends do you have out in the congregation? How many boys are you raping in the back room? I mean, what's going on, people? God is taking out the equation. You're going to be held accountable for the things that you do. And the people and the cohorts that you use to get your dirty work done, you're going to pay as well. Don't think for 1 minute that God does not see the things that you do, because they're throwing the rock and hide in their hand, and you're the one who's going to be caught with your hand in the cookie jar. So you're going to be even chosen for a worser thing in heaven. That means no heaven. You're going straight to hell and you're going to burn with them. Is it worth it? Is it worth adultery? Is it worth fornication? No, I don't want to fornicate. I don't care what you say about me. Call me Virgin Mary. Fine, call me Mother Teresa. I don't have a problem with that. I really look at it as being an honor, because I don't want to open my legs to everyone that comes down the middle of the street or say hello with a suit on or with a pair of pants on that looks good or smells good. No, that is not the way that God created it to be. It's supposed to be marriage between a man and a woman. Marriage. That means not an undefiled bed. No, I will not lay down with you. You are not worth me going to hell and burning for an eternity forever and ever. And it never stops. It never stops. The pain never stops. You're always burning. It's just forever, never ending. You don't even get a break. You constantly being picked over by demons and messed with, and you're burning, and your flesh is falling to the ground, and your eye sockets have burnt out. You're bald headed, and all you do is scream all day because of the pain. It's excruciating. I mean, think about it for a minute. Is that 1 minute to 5 minutes of sex with someone else's mate? Is it worth you burning in hell for an eternity? No, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, you might look good, most definitely. You might have everything that I would like as a husband, but if till you put a ring on it and walk down an aisle and do the things that you're supposed to do in God's eyesight, I cannot lay down with you. Call it what you may. I'm looking out for me. You better look out for yourself. It's all about you, me. No. We have to put God back in the equation, and we have to do the things that he wants us to do. So when we leave here, when we do close our eyes, when we take that last breath, then when we wake up, we're in heaven. I don't want to close my eyes and wake up in hell. I mean, you're living in hell each and every day. Look around you. You know, this will eventually turn into hell, but the things that's going on around us, hell is beginning to form. Can't you see the signs and the wonders? It's all around you each and every day. Is it really worth you burning for an eternity? Think about it for a minute. It wouldn't for me. No, I'm not going to get out here and do the things that I'm not supposed to do. I want to treat my body like a temple, because that's how God says it. We are temples. He is in each and every one of us. And I'm going to walk that walk. I'm going to talk that talk. Yeah, sometimes it gets pretty hard. It gets pretty rough. And I don't want to do it, but I think about him. It always comes back to him. It always comes back to his laws, his commandments, his grace, his mercy, all the things he done delivered me from, all the things that he has done for me to help me, all the doors that he has opened, all the ways that he has made out of a no way for me. When the devil and his cohorts tried to shut those doors, he kept them open and he still made a way. Oh yes, he always make a way for his people. We must understand that. But you know what, people? You need to really check yourself before you wreck yourself, because God is back. Oh yeah, he's walking around here, his spirit each and every day. He's getting closer and closer to coming back and getting his people, and he's leaving here with them. You're going to be left down here burning in hell for an eternity. Sure, you might have the biggest house. Oh yeah, that's a very nice car that you're driving, but how did you obtain those things? Did you use somebody to get those things? Did you maybe have young ladies' bodies out here that is making money for you to obtain these things? That's not God's way. You don't use his children, his women, his people, his young men. You don't use them to live in a big house and drive a fancy car. Do you think for 1 minute that when you leave here that you're going to live like that in heaven? That a mansion is going to be waiting on you with your name on it? I don't think so. I don't think so. So if you have obtained those things in that way, please truly enjoy them, because when you take your last breath, you will be in hell for an eternity and you will burn. Because see, God wants us to live an abundant life, but it's the way that we obtain those things in life. We ask him to lead us and guide us and to help us to obtain those things. We don't do dirty things behind people's back to obtain those things and sit up like we are all that. It doesn't work that way. It's always a 10 commandment somewhere in the midst, and we must understand that God hath his laws and his ways, and we must abide by them. See, I fear him. I don't know about you, but I most definitely do fear him. And I think you need to really think about fearing him yourself, or you're going to end up burning in hell for an eternity. It's really not worth it. I guarantee you, think about it. The lake of fire, can you imagine just dropping off into the lake of fire, and all you're doing is in that lake of fire and you're burning for an eternity? No, you don't get a break. No, you don't get up for air. No, you don't get any food. No, you don't get nothing. You just burn it in excruciating pain forever and ever. It's really not worth it. People think. Please start to think. Think about what happens when you leave from here. When you leave from here, your life begins. It does not end here. What you do here is going to speak for what you do when you close your eyes, when you take your last breath. We need to start really thinking. I mean, a lot of you are going to church every Sunday, but what are you being taught? I'm beginning to really question that, because obviously they're not teaching what they need to teach in some of these churches, because if they were, some of these things would not be happening. We need to stop thinking about who has the biggest house and the largest congregation with the best car that's going down the middle of the street after church services is over. We need to stop thinking about that, and we need to start really teaching and preaching the word of God and delivering these people, because they're going to hell each and every day in a handbasket. It's crazy. It's insane. Put God back in the equation, please, before it's too late.